This is Pat Walker at Mission Winners. One of the things that we found is, and this is a fact, not an opinion, leading groups produce leading stocks. It's research that's been done by a lot of great investors. We utilize it. We've used it for over 30 years. It narrows our focus. One of the things people have to realize is this. We've got a limited amount of time, and we have a limited amount of capital. We have choices. We can look for second best, or we can look for the top, the best stocks in the best groups or leading groups. If we do this, we will have an edge over other individuals. And it's not an opinion, it is an actual fact. Leading groups produce leading stocks, and leading stocks are in leading groups. So by default, that's what we focus on. Leading stocks can have great earnings and or great sales, which is what we prefer. You can say, can you quantify that? And the answer is yes. Look for stocks that last quarter's earnings were up 40% or higher, or last quarter's revenues for the last 2 quarters were up on average 40 to 45% or higher. Look for stocks that are within 20% of 52-week highs. Look for stocks over the 50-day. And don't do any low-price stocks. Stocks over $10 a share. If you utilize those foundations in your screens, you will improve your results. It's fact. So here we go. Here's the number 1 stock in a group, ranked number 2. There's nothing in group number 1, okay? Group number 2, telecom services cable. This is weekly on the left, daily on the right. And you can see that it had a decent day on Thursday. This is Friday, doesn't count because Friday was a holiday, all right? So Thursday, notice the volume pickup. That's good to see. This stock's got a composite rating of 96. Composite rating of 96. What's the next stock on the list? We'll scroll down here and see. It's Amazon. This is the weekly on the left, daily on the right. This is a max list stock, all right? I want to show you something. We actually own this. Where? It was going sideways for 2 days when the market's getting killed, and we said if it takes out these tops, we're going to buy it. Notice the gap up right there. You see that little open price? We bought it right there, and it's moved up nicely for us. Quite nicely for us. Right here. To the tune, not almost 80, 90 points. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're after. By the way, that's not bragging. I mean, this is a $2,000 stock, but it's the start that we were looking for. Systemization. That's group rank number 4. Internet retail. Okay? So here we go. Let's continue on with it. VipShop. VipShop is in the retail internet group also. It's the same group as Amazon. VipShop's last quarter's earnings were up 116%. What do we like? It's going sideways. It's above the moving averages. That's very important. Lift it off. Is there a clean spot here? And again, it's got an earnings per share rank of 95 and a composite rating of 97. Relative strength's 98. The question we have to ask ourselves, is there a clean entry spot here on the daily? And the answer is not really, not yet. So you wait. You wait. Perhaps this would be the setup, taking out Thursday's highs. But this is not a clean setup right here. So act accordingly. Just wanted to share that with you. And again, that's in the retail internet. This is also, Chewy's is in the same group as Amazon and VipShop. Notice what it did here on the weekly. Notice the daily. Lifted across these tops. Stock's got an earnings per share rank of 28. It's got a composite rating of 90, relative strength of 97. It lifted off. You can see where this stock, this is a great training tool. Stock's down to the 20-day. You could say, well, maybe if it bounces off the 20-day, it might be a buy. And it did it. And it did it on volume. Here's an investing maxim for you. People talk with their mouths and vote with their pocketbooks. They voted. They voted right here. Group rank number 4. Now, taking a look further, is there anything to do with it right here? And it's a bit extended. No. Don't chase. Please don't chase price. Somebody could buy this at 42.5. This stock could fall all the way down to 39 and still look okay. And in the meantime, you're down 3.5 points. That's not good. You go, well, maybe it'll bounce there. I don't want to use maybe as an investing tactic or mindset. Next stock on the list, Anglo Gold, this is group rank number 6. Mining gold, silver, lifting up, all right? But notice this. This is awfully loose on the weekly. Daily, awfully loose. It's got great numbers, okay? Great numbers. Earnings per share is 78, but last quarter's earnings were up 573%. Hey, folks, you know what? That's power. That's power. Group rank number 6. But is there anything good to do with it? Possibly taking out these tops. But I do want to stress something for you. Here's the weekly. That's really loose, folks. You'll want to see it take out these tops at around 23.70. That's what you'd be looking for. All right? 23.70. Just for what it's worth. That's a monthly. Here's the daily again. Right in here. 23.26, 23.48. Going here, you might want to take this out here earlier. But again, folks, it's loose. This is not tight. Factor that into your decision-making processes. Another stock, Wheaton Precious Metals, WPM. Here's the weekly. Here's the daily. Lifting off. Now, this stock's got good numbers. Last quarter's earnings were up 113%. Look at the chart, though, and say, is there a really clean entry spot here on the weekly? No. On the daily? Not yet. But maybe in a couple of days it will form something. Now, it lifted across these tops right here on a volume pickup on Thursday. You can see that. Will it continue? We don't know, but these are things that we have to take into consideration. No real clean spot. Remember this. A clean and simple entry will give you a clean and simple exit if you're wrong. A lot of people try to force things. Don't do it. Every day I post charts at missionwinners.com from missionwinners.com about examples of charts of stocks that made moves. Why do that? It's not bragging. It's to train our eyes and mind on what to look for. And if it's not there, it's not there. Leave it alone. Newmont Mining. Now this one did lift off. Last quarter's earnings up 25%. Last quarter's sales up 45%. It makes the cut. It's a leading stock in a leading group. Relative strength's 98, leading the stock in a new high ground. And it looks good. But now look at the chart, and I ask you, up here at $57, is that a safe spot to buy it? No. You could buy that at 57, and that stock could fall all the way down to near 52, and still the breakout is still intact. But in the meantime, you're down 5 points. That's tough to deal with. Just things to take into consideration. By the way, I'm very pragmatic. Just to let you all know, I was the sole supporter of a family of 6, and I thank God for my wife and 4 kids. And I had 4 kids in private school. And you know what? I wasn't a broker. I wasn't an investments advisor. I was just plain old Pat Walker living off our investing profits. It was a pressure cooker. But we worked hard and we made it happen. We realized you got to be stringent. Got to be stringent. So here's the next stock on the list, folks. Barrick Gold Corporation, GOLD, lifting up, had a good day. Now, this stock, great group. Last quarter's earnings up 183%. Last quarter sales up 51%. Looks good. Lifted off Friday on good volume. Relative strength 97. Composite rating 99. See these tops right here? The high on this bar, 22.57. The high on this bar, 22.57. See that? The high on those 2 bars is the same high to the penny. Relative strength 97, leading in your new high ground. Again, great numbers. Earnings per share ranks 81. Composite ratings 99. You can see this has potential. This has potential. Could this follow through? Sure. Now here's the weekly. Kind of a V shape. That's riskier. All right? So if you do, just don't go crazy. Why? It's not a longer base breakout with a flat rounding bottom instead of a V shape. Now, if this was more of just a cup formation where it started here and then it just went to here and it went to here, just a nice little saucer or cup, boy, that'd be really exciting. But think about this. You think there's people that bought this stock at 13 bucks? Well, yeah, they did. Jeez, they're almost up 10 frickin' points on 13 bucks. All right? You think they might think about selling? Sure. So, if you buy, just don't go too big, all right? And have a plan to get in, going above that line, and a plan to get out if it starts cracking below that line. Just things to, and by the way, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying it's compulsory that we have a plan, always. Here's the next stock on the list, Franco Nevada Fnv, picking up a little bit. Last quarter's earnings up 146%. Last quarter's revenues up 74%. Composite rating 99. This looks fine to a degree. But again, loose, very loose. There's some tops right here going across here. See the high on this bar is 115.96. The high on this bar, 115.96. How about that? To the penny going across that line. What would be really constructive is this. Have this stock go sideways for like a week and form a handle and then push above these tops. Will it do that? I don't know, but it's something to be aware of. Next stock on the list, this group ranked number 6 we're still in. Now we're in the group ranked number 7. Telecom fiber optics. You can say, now this is the classic case, okay, why we look at both daily charts and weekly charts. Look, you can say, there ain't nothing here on the daily. Geez, why buy that sucker up here? It's extended. Who gives a rip about that? Look at the weekly. The high on this bar right here, 46.78. The high on this weekly bar, 46.95. Dang near the same highs. What would be nice? It's going sideways here for a couple of days. Maybe it does that and it takes out these tops. Again, last quarter's earnings were up 58%. There we go. We're building cases for things. Hillrom is the next one. HRC, Medical Systems Equipment. All right? This is a group ranked number 8. Nice chart on the daily, but I do want to show you something. By the way, it's got a composite rating of 96 and a relative strength of 90. And it's an A+ rated group. But look at the weekly here. That's why I have weekly and daily side by side. This stock was around 115 bucks, fell all down to, 73, and now it's back up near there. You think there are people that bought it here and watched that sucker fall all the way down here, and it's coming back up near their price? And what are they thinking? Think about it, folks. What are they thinking? Thank God I'm near my price. I can get out of that sucker. And they sell. Which leads to a very valuable lesson for all of us. Protect your pocketbook before your ego. Protect your pocketbook. Forget your ego, all right? Your pocketbook. Manage it. Have rules to get in and have rules to get out. It's things we teach at Mission Winners. You've got to have that. It's going sideways here. What would be constructive is if it forms a handle on the daily chart and then it lives across these tops. But this is a V-bottom. V-bottoms have a higher failure rate than rounded or flatter, longer bases. Next stock on the list is Steris. Look at, here's another example. Kachinga. I mean, gee whiz, folks, that stock went from near 170 down here to 106. Holy Shalito. That's a haircut. Now, it's got an earnings per share rank of 91 and a composite rating of 97. Relative strength is very strong. It's resting right here on the 50-day, and the 200 days are there also. Okay, just to let you know. It's going sideways. Decent volume here. Something else we teach. Look at the open on that bar. Where's the open? You can say, oh, it's a green bar. It's a good bar. Look at the open. Look at the close. It closed below where it opened. All right? There was selling into that bar. Factor that into your equation. Maybe it goes sideways for a couple of days and forms a small handle there. But again, you think that's a waterfall that some people got stuck in? You're darn right. So factor that into the equation. That's in group number 8. Here's group number 8, Dexcom. Look at this. That's kind of nice, isn't it? We owned this, by the way, okay, right in here. And we sold into strength, and then we sold more on the earnings gap up. Then it went sideways. We got our last shares here. But this was a good gain. This was a really good gain for some of the shares. Close to 60 points up here. Now, am I going to sell at the top? No, a liar sells at the top. But it's a good gain, 60, 70 points. Take some into strength, starts to get sloppy, and then you've got policies, rules to get out. We got out. And we missed this. Do you think there were people that bought this stock right here, which is right here on the weekly? You think there's people that bought this stock right here and watched this go all the way up and take a $60 profit down to almost a $60 loss? $50 loss? You bet they did. Now it's back up near these prices. I will share this with you. Last quarter's earnings up 105%. Sales up 37%. Going sideways. There's a shelf right there. Something to watch. Something to watch. Group number 8. Continue onward. Mellanox, group number 9. All right? Now, what catches your eye on this? You can say, that's one long base. Here's a lesson for all of you. When you see a really long base like this that's relatively tight, excluding this, which has to do with the stock market meltdown, the odds are probably very, very, very high they're being bought out or they're merging with another company. This stock is merging with another company. There's a valuable lesson for you. It's like, boy, that's a good base, man. Well, guess what? They're merging with someone. There's an offering on it or a merger. There's nothing to do with it. Leave it alone, okay? Just leave it alone. Can't stress that enough. Let's continue onward. NVIDIA going sideways. This is a max list stock. I like this stock, okay? NVIDIA, group number 9, semiconductor fabless. This group, again, top 10 groups going sideways. Perhaps it starts lifting through here. What's one negative? See that gapped up and it closed down on heavy volume? Got to take that out. Things we take into consideration. Things we take into consideration. IPHI, semiconductor. Look at these tops right here, folks. Runs up. Could this form a handle and lift off? Sure. Here's the weekly. Here's the weekly. Relative strength 97, leading the stock into new high ground. That's the stuff that we look for. We like that. Here's the daily, right here on the right. Last quarter's earnings up only 4%. Last quarter's revenues up 19%. But it has a composite rating of 98 and it's in top 10 groups. Things we look for. Little handle formation form in here. Perhaps this goes sideways and lifts. Relative strength 97, leading the stock into new high ground. Yes, we like it. Advanced micro devices. We're basically about done. Going sideways. See, folks, again, my goal is this, not just to give ideas, it's to explain why. When you understand the concepts, then you own the concepts. It helps you in your search processes also. It builds confidence, which leads to better decision making without being reckless because we're always systematized. Can make more money. That's the bottom line. Advanced micro devices going sideways right here. Leading group, all right. We like this. Last quarter's earnings up 300%. Things that we look for. Things that we look for. And that are all the stocks in the top 10 groups. Top 10 groups. There's a ton there, folks. I just wanted to share this with you. It's what we do. It's what we teach. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. And it works. It helps support 6 for, well, the 4 are gone now. They're out on their own. And boy, do I miss them. But anyway, regardless of that, rules, methods, tactics, discipline. Follow them. And we're here to help you. So thank you very much. I hope this video helps you. Not hype. Okay, hey, you got to do this. No, teaching a few things. That's power for you. Helps you make better decisions, which leads to more money.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.